And
Yeah.
and earlier you asked us about our expectations on the WhatsApp group, and I
Yeah.
said that though I'm currently learning, at least I'm in my advanced stage level of learning. I already see myself as like, I think I have a particular vision of where I want to see myself, even at the end of the year. And I I am expecting to have the knowledge that can move me
Yeah.
from where I am currently to where I want to be. And of course, it's not just like knowledge and then what do I do about the knowledge? Still putting in the work, but then there's a place of working not just hard, but working smarter. I think it will also help to get like to be more effective if there is a way to work smarter and just get your desired results. So I just expect that I'm going to be able to get those um information, not just information, I would say insights from people that have already gone ahead of me in the industry or in the game, if I can call it like that. So
Yeah.
that's my expect.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any other person before we get started? Any other person? Any other person? Do we have any other person? Hello? Okay, let me just start. Can you guys see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Hello?
Karen, I can see your screen now.
Okay, what can you see, please?
The screen is no longer there. Right? It appeared. I think there was a Canva. Canva appeared on the screen, but it's no longer there.
It says Beyond Bootcamp, session 1.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. All right. So let's get started. Just give me a minute, please.
Okay, should I go ahead?
Oh, sorry, let me introduce you first. Just give me some moment. I'm trying to get something. Just hold on.
All right.
Okay. All right. Good evening once again, everyone. Really excited to Okay, I'm really excited to welcome everybody to Beyond Bootcamp. This is cohort 2. We had cohort 1 last year. We started this last year. And if this is your first time hearing my voice or seeing me, my name is Fola Circle, and I am a product designer and also the founder of Designer Fola Circle. I started this program because I realized that there's a lot of designers they don't struggle because there's a point where they don't struggle anymore because they don't know design, but they struggle when they don't know how or what to do, basically. Let me use that word. What to do after learning design. So some people just learn and that's all. Some people learn and they just give up. Some people learn and they don't know what to do next, right? So and they say there's like a gap between learning and growing for most people, especially people that are new into design or people are just getting started in design. So this program is actually to give you structure, to give you clarity, to move you from the state of you're confused or whatever state you had to the growth stage, right? So I believe personally that you don't just learn and learn. I have seen people do like many boot camps, like do different things. And at the end of the day, there's no action, right? There's no doing, the doing part. They mostly just learn and learn, go from one boot camp to another. And at the end of the day, there's no results, right? So this bootcamp or Beyond Bootcamp is basically for you if you are at a state where you don't know what next, or you're at a state where you feel like, oh, there's room for me to grow. Okay, I've learned design, I've done this in design. Now I want to move to actually doing design, like making real life impact, right? So we're going to be talking about things around that. So our session today will be around understanding the modern product designer role. When I started design, and now there's a lot of things that have happened, right? Same as she came in when she started design, and now there's a lot of shift that has happened. So over the next 3 weeks, right? My goal basically is very simple. Number one is to help you move from your from confusion to clarity, and from just practicing to being intentional. You're not just practicing anymore or learning anymore, but you're now being intentional, and from learning design to actually becoming who you want to be, which is a product designer, right? So, but I would say this, I just want to mention this early, right? That this is not a passive program, right? This is not just a program that you just join for vibes. So I just want to join so that people know that I'm learning. No, right? And one thing I want you to know is that there's your own part in this, right? Yes, I brought experts for us to uh, go through the 3 weeks together, right? But you have your part to play, right? You have to show up. Number one, you have to show up. When questions are being asked, please respond. Show up, come for classes. We just have 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Last cohort was 4 weeks. In fact, it was 5 weeks because we had 4 sessions, then the other we had the first session, which was the onboarding and integration and every other thing, and 4 weeks after. Then after that, there were assignments that was given by each expert. And it's important that you show up, like you do those things. And also engagement is very key. I know that I've asked, oh, talk about your expectations, and some people were not talking and all that. Please, that's not why we're here. We have to engage. We have to talk, ask questions. There's no stupid questions. Please ask actual questions. And I believe that if you do all these things, you participate, you show up, you engage, you do your assignment or the task assigned to you, I believe that you're going to see tangible growth, right? Then I also like share like there's like something I did for setting your goals for the next 3 months, something like simple goal, not like a year, like something very simple so that it's realistic and achievable. So I also share that in the course of this program. And so today, like I said, we're going to be starting with understanding the modern design rule. Let me just quickly read Shikemi's bio. Please, you can turn off your camera so that for participants, you can turn off your camera so that we can preserve the bandwidth, right? Because even after my session, I'm going to call Shikemi then. Yeah. All right. So Adeyemo is a product designer at Pay Asa Africa Limited, where she creates user-centered fintech experiences used across several countries. She holds an MBA from Business School, Netherlands, and has trained and mentored thousands of aspiring designers through community learning programs. Oluwasegun is passionate about helping people understand how product design works in real terms and practical skills needed to grow in the field. I will tell you that every expert that will be coming on this program is intentional. I've worked with them one way or the other. We've done stuff together. So Sekemi is one of the people that we've mentored people together, trained people together. So yeah, she's my go-to person for this conversation. So please, let's welcome our design experts for today's session, which is understanding the modern product designer role. Her name is no other but Oluwasegun Adeyemo. Let's welcome her. Use your favorite emoji to welcome her to this session. So Sekemi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, hi Falashade. Hello everyone. It's a bit
Hi.
dark where I am, but it's nice to see you all. Nice to meet each and every one of you. It's an honor to be here, and I'm so glad to be a part of this. And I'm grateful Falashade invited me for this. So today I'm going to be talking about the understanding the modern product design role. And I'll try to be as understanding as possible as we dive into what product design is, what it entails, and even now that a lot of things have changed, what we should expect and what we should be working on as a product designer, so that it's not a case of, oh, AI has come, like is product design going to be relevant in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or in the next 10 or 20 years? So I'm here to answer those questions. And yeah, I really hope we learn as much as we can. So yeah, thank you all, and I hope you're all ready to dive into this session. You guys can react to your favorite emojis, and let's get started. Okay. All right. So I'll be sharing my screen. Um, slideshow. Can you all see my screen? Sorry about that. Can you all see my screen? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
awesome. Okay, so let's start. So right now, understanding the modern product design role. And to begin that, I'll get into the definitions and all of the terms before I dive into like, okay, what is it about? How do we last? And all the other things earlier mentioned. So let me just tell you a little about me. How did I start? I won't say I started the conventional way, but I started product design in school. Apparently, I studied management information system, and just turn off my video. Give me a minute. It's not actually. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I started product design in 2020. I started management information system, which is like computer science and business administration. And one of the things we had to do was literally code. I didn't enjoy coding then, although I knew how it worked and I was able to pass my tests and stuff like that. But the actual application, something I struggled with. So it was a case of, oh, do research on how you can design so well, because I had strength in graphic design so well that you'll think you programmed it. And I found platforms, I think then Figma and Adobe X, they were just coming up. So I picked Adobe XD because I already knew how to use Adobe products. And I was like, okay, let me use this to design. And I went on YouTube and I learned how to design. So applying my design and computer science knowledge, I was able to get a prototype out. and it was convincing, but it wasn't convincing enough. I think I used it for like my first presentation, but I still needed to like code it to life, right? So after then is when I got a programmer. But that was my first experience with product design. So I won't say, oh, I went to this boot camp, I went to all of this, like you guys have access to right now. And then after that, someone that helped me, like I spoke to or interacted with when I was trying to like program it, led to my first job. And I literally got employed while being a graphic designer. The person wanted a product designer, and I'm like, or a UI UX person, and I'm like, I can do it. And somehow I passed the interview, and immediately I finished the interview, I rushed to YouTube. Yeah, teach me how to get this done, because the person wanted me to use Figma, knowing like I first learned with Adobe XD. So that was it, and then from there, opportunity to teach, opportunity to work on projects. When I did join the company, and the team was someone that was guiding me, and that was it. I just kept learning and learning, and of course, I didn't learn the right way. So when I had the opportunity to teach, I had to learn all the theories. And changing companies after that, I realized that I don't even know how to apply half of everything I've learned. And working with an actual product design team, I got to learn so much more behind the scenes. So I think that's my story. But I think each and every one of you are blessed to actually go the right way, which I advise is learning the basics, learning how it all works, learning how products work. And by products, I mean digital products. And even beyond that, because product design is actually beyond digital products, right? The new phone you create, someone sat down to think about it. The shoe you wear, that is, I mean, unique. So even the normal ones, people sat down to think about it. So it's beyond digital products, but the one we're talking about in this class is digital products. So yeah, and after that, after learning, try to start learning from scratch. Like don't use templates, shortcuts. Try to learn how to design things from scratch, and also all the behind the scenes laws, like okay, your spacing, your grid, your measurements, the math. So those are things I struggled with, but I mean that's in the past now. So with that being said, let's dive in. I don't know if any of you have any questions before I move on. You can just speak because at this point I can't see the Zoom because I'm like presenting on my screen. But you can just unmute if you're good to go and I'll just continue. Are we good? Do we understand so far? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
All right. Okay, amazing. All right. Okay, so let's continue. So we're gonna move beyond just designing screens. We understand that as a designer you design, which is literal, but designing is not just I know how to use Figma, or I know how to use any platform, I don't even know if Adobe XD is still existing, or I know how to use Sketch, or I know how to use Lovable, I know how to use AI, so I'm a product designer. That is, I mean, that's like basic, like primary school. It's not even like nursery school. Like obviously to be a product designer, you need to know how to design. But it's beyond that. You need to actually understand what you're doing. You need to know, okay, what problem am I solving? Even if you know the problem you're solving, the design itself should solve problems, right? Which we'll dive in. So being a product designer is not, I know how to use any tool. Is do you know how to apply the tools you're using, which is the most important thing, right? So that's it. So before we even get confused with what tools are or what what understanding the problem is, let's even understand the terms. Like what is even a product designer? What is a UI UX designer? What is UI? What is UX? So that's where we get into the definitions. So a product that I've been mentioning is simply a solution. So when I mention products, I'm talking about your mobile application, I'm talking about your website, your softwares, I'm talking about your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Instagram. Those are products. Why is it a product? Because it is something you interact with, something you use, it's something people use to make money, it's something that solves a problem. So what problem is Instagram solving? Entertainment. Making people see my business as a as a business owner. People see my business on Instagram and I make sales. As a person, I use Instagram for entertainment. I'm bored, I just want to watch something to make me laugh. What else? Research. Oh, I'm looking for someone that maybe sells hair in so and so place. I go on Instagram, hair in Lagos, and it's giving me options, right? So those are different solutions that Instagram is solving. But I want people to know about my trip. I have a platform I can post it. There was no Instagram. Everybody would just have all their pictures on their phone and there'll be nowhere to put it, right? So those are the solutions the product is solving. And that's where a product should solve a problem or else it's not needed and that defeats the purpose of its existence, right? So a product is a solution to solve user problems, and by user, you and me, anyone that uses what is created, and it delivers value to both the user and the business. And at the end of the day, a win-win situation. We all want to make money. Instagram makes money and people make money from Instagram. Everybody is happy. So who is a UI designer? A UI designer is more focused on the visual layout. So in larger organizations, we have people that specialize in different aspects. Now that doesn't mean they don't understand a portion of the whole thing that needs to be done, but their core skill lies in different aspects, right? So even as we see an iPhone, which is a product, a physical product with digital elements, the iPhone, we see an upgrade that, oh, this is everything is in glass, everything is black and white, everything is this. It was a UI designer or someone in the design team or the product team that actually sat down, oh, how can we make iPhone better? If we use this glass, how can we make it not overbearing, easy to see, happy to interact with? So that's basically what a UI designer does, creates the visual element of a product, what you click on, what you type on, what you touch. That's what a UI designer, how you process, get, use information. That's what a UI designer does. So the aesthetics, the beautiful colors, the beautiful text. Oh, I'm reading and I'm not getting headache. Oh, I'm not looking for home from morning to night. Oh, I know where settings is the UI designer that does that. So, but for the UX designer, which is also a specialized role, is where the flow, the feels, the function, the solution. How did they get to the solution they're looking for? So if you look at something like WhatsApp, the problem you're solving is communication. I want to call my friend. I want to send a message to my friend. I want to text my friend. I want to send a voice note. And how can you do that? And the UX designer will sit down and be like, okay, how can we? Are there existing platforms that do that? Oh, there's Telegram. How does Telegram do it? Oh, there's maybe Facebook Messenger. How does that do it? And they're now like, okay, how can we even stand out while doing that? And the UX designer is like, okay, first let there be a list of people they will possibly want to send a message to. Let them choose the person they want to send a message to. Let them type the message and let them send. So that's like the user journey or the user flow. And then it now relays it to the UI person. And the UI person will now think that, oh, okay, how would the list of people look like? How would the place where the person will type a message look like? What is the feel after, or what's the verification that, oh, the message has been sent? Oh, we can add a tick that, okay, so people know their message has been sent. Or the message has been sent. How do we know the person has read it? Oh, let the tick turn blue as a indication, or let the tick become 2 for people that are colorblind, that, oh, this message has been sent. So you see that the UI is thinking of a different solution while the UX is thinking of a different solution, but they are working together for the same purpose, which is helping WhatsApp help people communicate effectively. I hope we're all on the same page. So moving on to UI UX designer. So when we now hear UI UX designer, it's simply a person that applies both. I know how to bring the flows. I know how to design the flows. So I'm basically a UI UX designer. But UI UX designer is just like, okay, get the job done, bye bye. While a product designer is, we want to create this. I'm gonna make sure this is created from the beginning of thinking to developing to we have a sketch to we have something that people can test before it's even developed. Like, okay, we give a program and everything up until the point we give a programmer, like someone to actually code it or make it, like when I type the message, someone in US actually receives the message, right? Those are all the back end, the developers, the engineers that do all of that. So to make it work, a product designer will still be there. So after that even works, the product designer will still be there to see that, oh, users are complaining that 2 tick is not enough, make it 3 tick. Or they are complaining, oh, it's perfect. Okay, now that we can send message, we would like to send our voice, because message, we don't know if the person is angry or happy. The same way, after they upgrade, they'll just keep upgrading, iterating on the product. So that's like basically the difference. A product designer oversees the end to end of a product. Like, I'm going to sit down with WhatsApp, and it's even as great as, oh, I'm going to sit down with WhatsApp status alone. Any way we can improve WhatsApp status, that's my job in larger organizations. But then maybe in normal organization, we could have, okay, I'm going to sit down with WhatsApp. Anything concerning WhatsApp, give it to me. I'm going to make sure it works. Okay, now we can send voices. Okay, now we can send emoji. Okay, now we can send voice notes to status. Okay, now we can send stickers. Like, we just keep improving and improving and improving. Oh, nobody's using stickers. Oh, people are screenshotting my picture too much. Oh yeah, let's do view ones, stuff like that, right? So you just keep improving the product. So that's for a product designer. So I'm focused on whatever products I'm designing, literally. While a UI UX designer, that okay, well, I know how to get flows out, I know how to design flows, but not necessarily like sitting down with the product from the beginning of the process to the end of the process. So now, obviously, if you're employed in a company as a product designer, the product process has already like begun, right? But then there are still upgrades and improvements. So you have to learn about the product, and you have to learn okay, how can I make it better, or how can I add more features, or make features more easier. That okay, instead of clicking 1 2 3, like just click 1 2, or just click one and you get the same result. Things like that. So you just keep improving and improving. So before I continue, let me just ensure we're all on the same page. So if we're all on the same page, just use an emoji and I'll continue. Awesome. Okay, so I'll continue now. So now, as earlier mentioned, or as earlier given the idea of, it's beyond designing. So companies hire problem solvers and not just tool users. Not just, oh, I can use Figma, I can actually solve the problem. And solving the problem comes in different steps, right? Which we'll dive into. You have to understand the people that will use your products. You have to understand the problem you are solving, apparently, because communication is broad, right? So what type of communication? Professional communication is different from casual communication. For WhatsApp, is not exactly ideal for professional communication. It's ideal for casual or informal communication. So when it comes to WhatsApp, it's for friends, family. But if I want to go professional, that's where Zoom comes in. That's where Google Meet comes in, right? So those are different areas you look at. And then also, even looking at WhatsApp, problem solving is, oh, if you're gonna do a call, should it charge a lot? Should it be cheap? What makes it easy to load? Like, what makes it accessible? What makes it integrate that? Oh, I even prefer to use WhatsApp than normal phone call. What makes it that, oh, it doesn't use a lot of data, so I can actually happily use WhatsApp? And then also, you want to collaborate with engineers. How do we make someone click send in Nigeria and deliver is appearing in the US? That's when you're working with the engineers to bring it to life. You need to work with product managers. Okay, which part of the world needs this feature and doesn't need this feature? Maybe, quote and unquote, in Nigeria, it's illegal to send money on WhatsApp. So the feature is not in Nigeria, but is in the US, or the feature is in US and the feature is in Nigeria and is not in the US. Things like that. And then, oh, what are people complaining about in China? Oh, translation. Okay, can we add the feature of change language? So you have to think beyond just, oh, I have designed WhatsApp. Bye bye. Thank you for paying me. Have a good day. You think beyond that to what are the business goals? Are we making the money we wanted to make? Is it that the send button is not big enough? People are missing it. So they'll be clicking call and video. They're hardly sending actual messages. Is it people don't have time anymore? So even typing message, they rather voice out the message. Now, this is not a voice note. I've used that feature because at the time I was like on the road and I needed to send a message and I couldn't just be typing, right? So I just clicked on the voice in my keyboard. So I said what I wanted to be typed because it wasn't like a voice note. The person may not have been able to listen to a voice note, but saying it captured my voice, converted it to text, and I went through the text. Oh, it's good. Anywhere that needed refinement, I was just able to quickly do that and send. Well, I don't know, maybe if it does a better accent recognition, it will just give me exactly what I said, right? And that is a solution. So companies are more interested in how would you solve this problem than, oh, I created the most pretty website, or that this website is cute. Okay, the website is cute. Where is the menu? Or the website is cute. How how do I make a payment, or how do I check out? I can't check out. So as cute as it is, defeats the purpose of why it was created. So that's why companies hire problem solvers and not tool users. Don't now say that, oh, I know how to send money, but I don't know how to design checkout page. That's another problem. So you just have to very much find the balance, right? And know what is priority per time. So what's the workflow like? As a product designer, you discover the problem, you understand what problem are we solving, who is our target audience, who are the people that will be using the application, why are we solving this problem, what part of the world are we solving this problem, how can we solve the problem, do we have enough resources to solve the problem, do we have enough money? Because somewhere like WhatsApp now, they need a lot of servers for the bulk of information that is being sent. All the pictures and everything is a lot of size. So is there a way we can shrink the size? Oh, people still want HD quality. Okay, let's give them option of send HD. So we need to understand what are we solving, which will now birth, okay, this is how we can brainstorm and think of the solutions and eventually create the solution, right? Yeah. And then after you know what exactly what you're solving, you need user insight. So you need to interview your potential users. You need to hear things that, oh, and we want to communicate, but we want to communicate with emojis, or want to communicate with memes. It's not only text message we'll be sending. You need to hear from their point of view. And then when you understand what you want to do, what you want to create, it's time to actually explore your design. So this is where you design in itself. So this is more of UI. You have to scout your competitors. You have to define your brand guide. You have to get your design system out, your colors, your fonts, which have their own psychology. Like now, maybe something of flowers, you find people using green. Something of restaurants, you find people using yellow, blue, red. Like KFC is red. Domino's is blue and red. You see a lot of red, blue. Sorry, yeah, a lot of red, yellow, like Burger King, red and yellow. Which other place is there again? See a lot of red, yellow, blue, right? So those colors. So if you now come and say, oh, I want to stand out, I'm special, and say we'll be using maybe indigo or something, or one weird color, brown, we'll be using brown. And you're like, why are people not looking at my product? Why is it? But in people's mind, when we're seeing brown, that is not a premium brown, our mind is getting to merge, disgust. So it's like, oh, it's Booker, what is my business? So you're communicating that, but to you, you feel, oh, I love brown, so brown will be good. Instead of you to study the market and know that there's a reason why yellow, red, blue is associated with food compared to maybe brown or whatever other color, right? So things like that. And yeah, when you do your design exploration, you know the fonts to use, which also communicates. Like imagine I'm gonna get you in flowery letters, and I'm gonna get you in like scratchy letters, like all these horror movies. And it's the same word, same sentence, but different meaning. So you want to be intentional about the fonts, the colors, the styling. Are you going to have curved edges to just give that soft look? The pictures, the shapes, all of them, because you don't want to have curve. I know your pictures are now like square. It's going to like probably create like a visual clash, right? So you want to have you want to figure that out, and then you get all your screens out by screen frames. Like, okay, this is the sign up page. After you sign up, this is the menu where you select a food. After selecting, this is where you check out, or you choose the number of food you want, or you learn about the food, choose the number of food you want, check out, and then you pay. And after payment, you see like a map showing that, okay, the food is being delivered to you or whatever. So you get that prototype and you present to your competitors, you present to your engineers. The engineers, can you bring this to life? If you can't bring this to life, tell me. Not that you not go and develop it. We'll be seeing this one here or this one there. So you present it, and this saves money, right? This is easy to iterate. Not that you spend money building, spend 3 months building. Do not say, this color, let's change it. Like that's a waste of time. So you want to like push out prototypes, and then it's easy to get all the reviews out. So you have your final version, and then that one can be pushed to development and then pushed to production. And then again, you now still, that brings us to like validation. You test, you refine, which is still mixed with the prototype initial stage. But then afterwards, after development, is now like, okay, usability. Can users actually use this app? Are they having issues using the app? Are they complaining? Is there anything we need to add, remove? And we'll keep refining and improving from there. Okay, so then we now have what we call, or definitely after all of that, after you've known what you're doing, you've figured it out, you're getting it done, it's now a place where literally you need more skills beyond design. Like, okay, fine, I can design. Okay, fine, I can think about the problem and find the solution. But that's not enough, right? You still need to be able to communicate. You still need to be able to collaborate. You still need to be able to research and even think about products. So subconsciously over time, when someone is, oh, I like to build so and so, your mind is already connecting that, oh, it's true. I saw Uber, I saw Bolt, I saw this, I saw that. And then you already have a list that, oh, this is the flow you're talking about. So all those stuff become like initially, definitely you'll be doing your research, you'll be getting in a lot of information, filling up your mind. And over then, after that, it becomes subconscious. Like you just know checkout is the last page, or you just know, oh, map is the last page, or you just know this is the last page by default, right? Because it's something you have done over and over and over again, and you just know what comes next. And you know, oh, I've interacted with WhatsApp so many times without even opening my phone. I can direct you to where settings is. I can direct you to where status is. I can direct you to where status is to delete a status. So apart from all of those skills, you actually need extra to like hone your craft and literally bring your work to life, right? So good design depends on multiple skills beyond the actual designing and problem solving. So yeah. And then as earlier said, so research, you know how to research. Research too, you can use ChatGPT. I'll not even lie to you. If you pay for premium, and I think it's also in the regular, you can do like deep thinking. You can do, okay, check websites for me. You can even go to like different websites by yourself. But maybe to save time, you can maybe do an initial draft with ChatGPT, like, okay, let me even think out this idea. What do you suggest? What screens do we need? What colors can we use? And then because you know your craft and you can't completely depend on AI, which we would get to in the next like slide, it's a case of, oh, this answer you're giving me doesn't align with this. I'm pointing you to this direction, or think about this product or this solution as well. How can we bring it into ours? Because sometimes, especially if you're creating something that's not been done before, you have to create a unique solution. So you have to actually think, you have to research, you have to talk with people, do interviews, get surveys out there to be able to have statistics. Go to statistics, like people that have put their data out there and actually like work with it. And then definitely when you come back, you need to be able to communicate with your product manager, communicate with your engineer, communicate with the marketing person, communicate with your customer experience, actually interact with the users, right? And then collaborate, communicate with your stakeholders, your boss, everybody, especially when you're doing presentations. You even need to know how to do presentations. And then after that, know how to yeah, so that's like the basics, public speaking skills, writing skills, how to like, okay, how can I draft a user journey, or how can I get the flow? So now we might not necessarily, oh, I want to start creating a flow chart, but you need to know how a flow chart works. You need to know how a user persona is. You need to know how a user journey is, so that you can even understand product requirement documents, PRDs. You can even understand when a product manager says that, oh, this is the feature we want to implement. You understand what they're saying, you see things from their point of view, and you can build on that. Okay, was that a question or okay? All right, so let me continue. Just one more, use an emoji if we're still together. I hope I've not lost any of you. Can I see my face again? Okay. I'm just going to chat and I'm like, okay. All right. So let's continue. So next is actually AI, right? AI in product design is a whole different conversation. So with the rise of AI, we have a lot of improvement. Like, it's as good as I sleep today, I wake up tomorrow, there's another update. I close, like, Falashari can bear me witness. The Figma we're using 2 weeks ago, or let me say last month or last 2 months, it's not the Figma we have now. It's not the Figma of last year, is not even close to the Figma we have now. Like, you just wake up and like, oh, there's a new feature. Oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do that. And it's something that you need to stay ahead of times in and with. So, what is artificial? I mean, we all know artificial intelligence, but then what is artificial intelligence in product design? So, this is where you use intelligent tools, also known as ChatGPT, Adobe Firefly, Lovable, and a lot more to enhance Claude. Like, those are the ones that have worked for me, though, to enhance the design process. So, as much as you can design, there are literal platforms that can do the design for you. Yes, but then the thing is, you need to like give it prompts. So, growing now, you need to learn prompt engineering. You need to know how to structure your words. There's a project I was working on. There was no time. I just had to use AI, and using AI, you need to type to get the results you want. So it's not, oh, AI, give me a website. What type of website? You need to know how to define your website, state the color, state the font, state the style, state the pictures, even maybe suggest that, oh, I've seen this on Pinterest, this should match what I'm looking for, this is the problem I'm solving, this is the product requirement documents that, oh, it's solving so and so problem, this is the user flow, first click here, then click here, then click here. If you don't do all of that, it's just going to give you the most basic thing that is not usable, it's not functional. And that's what literally separates a product designer from a regular person. So a regular person, oh, um you that are charging so and so, I just go to AI and do it, and to get it done, go. Like, I want to watch you go, because it's not just using it, it's being able to use it efficiently. And it's only someone that knows the basics and knows how, like, what they are looking for, knows how it works, that can actually get the best results, because AI is just as smart as you. Because sometimes it even goes off trail, but it's because you know what you want that you can direct them, like, no, this is not what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. So my advice to the next generation, because AI is moving fast. Coming, like, at first I had like the break in transmission that, oh, I'm so used to doing everything from scratch. And then I had to work with someone that was like really good in it. And it's like, oh, you can just use this now. You can just, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out dashboard and everything. So this year, that was last year. So this year when I was faced with that hard project, it was not like I have to figure this thing out too. And I realized that, oh my, why didn't I know this last year, right? I could have saved so much time. And I finally was able to see where he was coming from, but I had to step up in my learning before I could catch up and understand what was going on. So, and even beyond that, I'm still having conversations with another friend. I was like, I'm already into code, though. I'm already this, and I'm like, I need to catch up, right? So the next level of people is AI is not coming for your job, which will still literally explain it. You need to evolve. Roles will change. There was a time it was typewriter, then laptop, then iPad. Although laptop is still necessary, but then it's not the same desktop. Like, you have one big CPU, you have one. So things are evolving, roles are changing, new roles are being created. We have AI engineer, we have AI prompt engineer, we have vibe coders and things like that. Like, instead of using the traditional coding, someone would create an entire application in less than 2 weeks or less than a week, right? So things are changing, and what makes you different, or what makes you still have a role, because the rate at which designs are going, you need to know how to apply them. So it's not a case of, oh, AI will take my job. It wouldn't take my job, because I'm the one using AI to. Before I was doing 2 designs, now I'm doing 10 designs. Before I was doing 1 design, the same time frame I'm now doing 50 designs, and which is amazing, because I can now get paid for 50 designs instead of just one. But you have to keep learning. So in summary, it's where it helps you to enhance your design process. It helps you with the thinking, with options. It supports designers by automating tasks, so you can maybe use it for your planning, for creating your surveys, for getting out definitions fast. Instead of you trying to think of how to put a paragraph, you just say, oh, I want you to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn it to a paragraph, and then you have your words right. It can be used for wireframing, user flows. Now, AI design, because sometimes you say you want to give everything to AI, but then when you apply it, you're like, nah, this is not what I'm looking for. So you too, you have to like, okay, I like this, but I don't like this. I like this, but I don't like this. And that's where knowledge comes in. And then your user flows as well. It can help with that, can help with prototyping. Amazing with prototyping. It will look like a functional app. And the great part is, with platforms like Lovable, you can even export the code and say, oh yeah, developer continue. Or with like, is it Relut or Recruit or so? Or Reloom, the word is there, sure. But there's another one that you can even say, oh, code in maybe this programming language so that my developer will understand it when I'm exporting it to give him. Do you get? And then also so that you won't lose your job moving forward, I think you should learn how to like code on the low, or at least for basic things like you know how WordPress is like. Okay, I can maybe design on WordPress. You say like what's this stuff called? Something elements. I've forgotten the name. I'll share design. Let's quote and unquote design on. I've literally forgotten the name. I can see it, but I've forgotten the name. But yeah, I can design on WordPress and host the same way that I could do basic designs that are not like coding heavy, use my words, get them out. And because there's already like a hosting service on platforms like Frame, just get your domain and it's already live, it's functional, it works, and it's solving the problem. Which I mean, that's a addition to you. So you can say, I create websites, I do this, I do that. But when they now say, can you create this software? And you now step back that okay, I can't do software yet too. But then if you are interested in coding or whatever, you can learn how to do all of that. Because now most coding is with prompts, and then if you use something like Cursor, if you can learn it early enough, it makes things easy. But then it's the same everywhere. It's mostly people that understand the theories and the code that can actually direct the AI in the right path. But it's not too late to learn. So yeah. So does someone want to say something? Or can we all be muted, please? All right, so yeah, it assists with prototyping, user data, speeding up iteration, and you get to have efficient and well-informed design. So let's look at the tools. We have Figma. So in Figma, which is amazing, there's Fig Jam. I used the AI in Fig Jam and I was blown. It was amazing. There's AI in the actual Figma, that's Figma design. And then you can use it to rewrite a bunch of things. I mean, now it feels normal, but then we had to like for each screen be rewriting or be changing and all, and took a lot of time. But now you just click something, everything will highlight that's similar, or you can just highlight a section. I'm like, okay, everything that is yellow change to red, like in time, or maybe let me know use color. Everything that is spelled like Sekemi, change it to Adeyemo, right? And it does that beautifully. And then there's also Figma Make for prototyping and even like fleshing out your designs, and then you can in the paid version go back to normal Figma and edit it further or whatever. Then we have Claude. Claude is great for like give it prompts, put all whatever you want to build, and then to create like a prototype for you, either in code. I think in code. I don't think the last time I tried it wasn't live, but I think it can do live. But it gets out the HTML and then you can view it and see how it is. And if you want to code it further or update it, you can. Lovable, I love it. It's amazing. I think my only thing is the credits, but if you know how to like take advantage of it, right? You can get a lot done, even with the 5 credits it gives you, and it's great. This is what you can actually like host. Okay, be going lovable framer, beautiful, and mostly lovable because it actually it gets my ideas a number of times. For design wise, not so much. I actually sometimes remove from lovable and take to Figma to complete. But for prototyping, for fleshing out ideas, like say you step into a product manager role, beautiful. And then we have Realum. Okay, yeah, I think Realum is the one I was talking about that you can actually say, okay, I want this language and all. I think that is it. Or Reclit, maybe not that one. Then you have UIZard. Then you have Firefly. Firefly is so good. It has improved so much for image editing. You can even put a random image of someone folding hands and say, I want the person like with arms wide open and smiling and jumping. And to somehow figure it out. And it's beautiful. Firefly is beautiful. It's great for both pictures and videos. So if you want a short animation for your design, you can get that. They can put a still image and then to animate it for you, and you get to use it, right? Or if you want to create like an actual video, but it's usually short videos. And then also for pictures is like whoever trained it, I just God bless you wherever you are. Adobe Firefly with pictures is really good. I mean, it has come a long way because it wasn't perfect from the beginning. Free Pick 2 is good in that regard, but I've not really used this. But I saw someone using it and It's amazing, has so much potential. So Adobe Firefly is amazing. Then we have ChatGPT too. ChatGPT can be used for pictures, maybe upscale or extract this from this. Maybe you just want the text, or just want the person, or just want the background, maybe for the background of your website. And then ChatGPT is great for thinking. So you can say, oh yeah, let's solve this problem. Is there any area I'm not covering? Sometimes I even upload my designs that UI and UX wise, does this make sense? The flow, is it easy? Should I add something? Tell me, oh, the contrast is bad, the contrast is not good, or enlarge the text, or change the image, or there's no place to log out from. Why is there no logout? So ChatGPT really helps. And as said, it helps with how smart you are, because that's the only way you can ask the right questions and you can use it to the best capability. So ChatGPT is amazing. It's not perfect, I will not lie to you, because sometimes it's not doing what you want, but that's why you can't completely rely on it. You have to actually read through. You have to actually see that, oh, it's actually giving me the results I want. And then lastly, the question, will it replace you? No. If you don't let it replace you, it wouldn't. If you don't grow, it would definitely, like, it will absolutely, with a capital A, replace you. But if you evolve, if you use it, you even become a better designer, right? You become a faster designer. And please don't skip the basics. I cannot emphasize this enough. When you know the basics, when you know the spacing, you know the right words to use, you know what you're looking for, you know how to apply things. From my own time, which is weird saying because it's not so long ago, it was templates that was saving the day. But now we have AI, right? But it's still as smart as you are. And even then with templates, it's still as smart as you are, because yeah, the template is not exactly what you're creating. You still have to modify it to fit whatever brand or whatever solution you're using it for. So it's the same thing, it's as smart as you are. So you have to learn, go on YouTube. There are so many lessons, so many videos. And I'm telling you, as it's evolving, someone is even Figma themselves, they're posting the update videos of how to use so and so and how to use so and so. So it will not replace you if you use it to enhance your work for your ideas. And ideas, don't say, oh, AI did the thinking. You need to think and then bring your ideas to AI to refine it or rate it or see how, okay, how can I improve on it? It speeds up your workflow times 10. It's best for faster prototyping. And yeah, there also, I didn't even mention, there are also platforms you can get inspiration from, like Pinterest. Apparently, Pinterest search is like really, really good. Like, can just type as basic as red man and you will see different red men from everywhere. So it's really good search. So if you say, oh, I want a WhatsApp that is in blue that has so and so, there's a high chance you get that. And the good thing about Pinterest is it's kind of connected to other websites like Behance, Pinterest, Dribble. So it's like you're searching in everywhere from one place, right? And you can also go on Google literally and search. You can go on Behance, you can go on Dribble and other platforms to just get inspiration and stuff like that. Then also faster prototype. And you can even literally ask ChatGPT for help and to link, like, describe what you want and say, okay, give me existing competitors, existing people, and you get to like real things. So to help your prototyping, help your development, especially if you want to go through vibe coding, beautiful. It helps with rich animations, and then it also aids your thinking process as earlier stated. So it's kind of deep, it cannot exactly think fully. It is evolving, right? And maybe sooner than later it will think deeply, but for now you need to follow through with the thought process to get the results you want, or just flesh out like you're talking to someone that you don't have to, that won't feel like you're disturbing them, right? And then it helps you to fully understand context and make product decisions. But you won't, which obviously shouldn't depend on it completely, because everything is unique and it is working off existing things, right? And then ultimately, designers who apply critical thinking and judgment will continue to lead. So if you apply critical thinking and judgment, you will continue to lead, and no, AI will not replace you. So that is all. Thank you all for joining, for listening. This is where we get to the question and answers. Do you have any questions? At the same time, we can also take what have you learned so far. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm gonna move on to question and answer session. So do any of you have any questions? Now I'm curious, was my screen shared the entire time? Okay, amazing. All right, so I think it's off now. So this is the question and answer. Do we have any questions? And yeah, something I didn't even mention. So beyond even, just forgive me for this, beyond even learning, right? You need to have things for your portfolio, because your portfolio that literally speaks for you that, oh, I know how to do so and so. This is the problem I solved. This is what I did. So to get the entry level job, you must somehow have experience, which is weird. But to do that is now where you intern or you volunteer. So your church that wants to do a website, do it for them. I don't know if your mom wants to do a website, do it for you. Your sister, your auntie has one business. Auntie, let me do these websites for you. Let me just design it for you. Don't worry, I'll look for developer. Please, if you can help me find developer. Oh, I'll even host it for you on Lovable. Beautiful. And you get to learn, and then you can put in your profile, I worked on so and so. Or you can just say, oh, there's nobody. Let me just redesign WhatsApp. Maybe instead of using, maybe redesign WhatsApp with glass morphism, everything. It looks different. You put on Twitter, put on Instagram, put on Behance. I did this beautiful WhatsApp redesign. Tag WhatsApp. You never know if they'll message you. So tag everybody taggable and say, this is what I did. And that's how you push yourself out there. That's how you get jobs. That's how you populate your portfolio before you get actual jobs that you can actually use for your portfolio, and then get things live that, oh, this is not just a design, this is something that is working, this is something that 10, 50, 100 users are using, and you keep growing from there. So yeah. So in absence of questions, I don't know, do one or two of us want to say what they've learned or just reiterate what they've learned so far?
This is time for you. Thank you, Sekemi. This is time for you to engage. So let's have you have the floor now. So let's have your thoughts. What was your take home, or what's your take home from today's session? What is something that maybe you've been doing before and you feel that after the session I'm going to do better? Right. So you have the floor now. Please unmute yourself and say something. All right. Oluwatosin, over to you.
Yes, ma. Good evening, and good evening, Miss Sekemi. Thank you very much for this session. It was very enlightening, and the part that caught my attention was this AI stuff that you mentioned. And truly, the world is advancing every day. Like, I have not really been active on my Figma, but every time I enter LinkedIn, I am seeing one new update or the other concerning Figma, concerning UX, UI, UX, and it makes me feel lost. Like, I'm like, hey God, where do I still even know my way around in Figma and everything? But seeing those updates keeps me on my toes, keeps me, go back to Figma, do something and the rest. So I just want to point out that we should also like um leverage our social media. Every day
Yeah.
we see a lot of postings from people that are using it every day. So we should put ourselves out there and leverage social media, get more information out there, because every day a lot of things are changing. The other day I found out a particular AI, and somebody was saying this particular AI tool is very good for research, that is very very like very very the AI is very very good with anything research. And also all these informations that are being put out there, we should take them, make use of them, because if we don't um leverage on this information, we'll be left behind. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to chip in that, since you spoke about AI. So thank you very much for this session tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Luatosin. Thank you.
Okay, we have more people on the call. We have more people on the call. We have more people. We have Adiola, we have Cole, Deborah, Happiness, Mary. Polari, Mojisola, Omotola, please let's have your take home. Very, very important. You know me. You know I don't joke with that. You have to tell me what you learned from my session or what you learned from this session. It's very, very important. So we know that, oh, you got everything that we said or she said, basically. So it's very important you share your thoughts. It might not be the exact way she said it, but the way you're able to understand it and pick from it. So it's very important that we share your contribution. I'm looking forward to your contribution. So maybe I'll start calling names one after the other. Okay, let's hear from, okay, Mojisola. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, my take home from the part that she said that we need to like have a little bit experience what we've done before we'll be able to work off. That can help us in working as an intern. So I have some designs that I've done, but the thing is I've not really like uploaded it to like a very, very part that to my portfolio. I've not added it to my portfolio to like be able to like put out for jobs. So that's my take from that. At least we should have something that we can present to apply for internship.
Yeah. Thank you, Mojisola. Any other person? Any other person? You guys are not
Good
talking.
evening,
What's
ma'am.
going on? Good evening.
So some things I've been able to pick is that apart from knowing how to design, knowing how to do make beautiful designs, we also need to know how to apply them, like in solving problems. It should not be that okay, we made a beautiful design and then we cannot probably find the menu or the settings. So apart from making beautiful designs, combining colors, we also need to be able to apply them to solve problems. And we also need extra skills like communication skills in communicating with other team members while working. Yes, and we also need to follow to be up to date in this AI and advancements in design and the like. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Adela, for that. Any other person?
Good evening.
Good evening.
So from my own end, my own take home from what I learned today is AI can't take our job from us, but we can leverage on it to make our work much better and much faster. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Miss Sekemi, for the class. Okay, what I got to learn from the class today is because I've been focusing more on Figma. So mentioning all those apps that we can use to develop ourselves, like Adobe. I never knew it's a great app. Though I have it, but I've not for once used it. But learning this tonight, I'll start working on it and add more values to myself. And she also mentioned that we need to like have some basic knowledge of coding. Actually, I've done things like web development, the basics before, but I didn't take it serious with my product designing classes. So I've just focused on Figma. But with this class, I'll be able to like go back to those things and start using them again. Thank you so much, man.
Okay, thank you so much. That being said, do we have any question for Shikemi before we call this class a day? We call it a day. Any question? Hi, Shikemi, do you have any tasks for us for the week?
I think pick a problem and solve it. So look around you. Literally. Look at existing platforms, existing products, and see, okay, what issue am I encountering while using this product? It won't be literally WhatsApp. Okay, with this text message, is there a way we could send the message better? And you like, that's just an example. Yours could be Uber, yours could be I don't know, could be a ordering app, could be Jumia or whatever it is. But look for a problem around you and say, okay, how can I, what problem is it? So definitely number one, define your problem that you see. Could even be a problem you create, but please, it would be nice if you find one around you, like, oh, people are complaining they cannot cross this road. Should there be a phone app of the estate that tells them shortcuts they can use? That's a problem, that's a solution. So first, number one, define a problem, then define a solution. And I don't know how, I don't know if we're all beginners or we've started designing. I would have said design something, but for now, find a problem and how best do you think that problem can be solved digitally. So the problems I'm looking for is not someone is like someone is fighting with boyfriend, whatever. Literally like a problem and a digital solution, right? So that is your assignment. Find a problem, number one. From the problem, number two, what solution can address that problem? Thinking as a product designer. You can go online, check for problems, check for solutions, and okay, how can I approach this as a person, right? So that is my task for the week.
All right.
And then
I hope we
post
got
tag Fola Shade, and you can tag me as well.
Thank you so much, Sekemi, for today's session. And I also want to say thank you, everyone that's on this call, Beyond Bootcamp call, for showing up and engaging today. And I hope that this session has actually given you the clarity that you need, right? The understanding of what you need to know or how to become or who you or things that you need to do to actually become a modern product designer. That word modern is very, very, very intentional, right? And you already, most importantly, you know what is expected of you. So I just want to tell you that this is just the beginning. This is like the beginning of our Beyond Bootcamp, right? This is the week one. Thank you so much, Sekemi, for this session again. And to every participant of this program, I want you to know that what will make a difference, like from after this call, is if you actually start reflecting. Number one, you take time to reflect on what you've learned and you start applying. That is one of the things that make you different from someone that actually attends bootcamp and just attending and no action. So whatever you've learned today, I would encourage you that you start taking action, start reflect on it, think about it. Go. Thank God this is a recorded session, so it's going to be on YouTube, right, and to be sent to everybody. So I want you to take time to reflect on everything that you've learned and start applying it. That's how you learn. You don't learn just by learning and there's no action. You learn, you take a step, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, right? So we're going to see again 6 p.m. next week, Sunday, right? And I want you to come prepared. Come with your notes. Don't just come and listen. Come with your notes so that you can take some points down even before you also get access to the recording. Come with your notes, your questions. Come expectant, and also most importantly, come and engage. Don't just come and listen. Take time to talk, ask questions, because I was expecting like a lot of questions from this conversation, right? But it's fine. But whatever you've learned today, please take time to use this week to explore. Let me use that word. Use this week to explore before our next session. So thank you so much, Kevin, once again. And thank you everyone for joining. More communication will be done on our WhatsApp group. If you have any question, you can drop a message for me on WhatsApp. Follow, Sekemi is currently not on LinkedIn, but she's on Instagram, so you can follow her. Then if you are new here, for those that don't know about Designer Fola Circle, you can also go on LinkedIn, Designer Fola Circle, whether LinkedIn or Instagram, where Designer Fola Circle, read more about what we do and why we're here. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Sekemi, once again, and do have a great